Hi, take two. If you tried to watch the earlier video, the sound was not good. I'm Lynch-Poe. I am the professional joy seeker and also the tarot hawk. And I just wanted to let y'all know about a sale I'm having. I have a collection of about 900 decks and I'm trying to get it down to maybe 200, maybe 250 or lower. What you see here, you can't even see. There's a shelf, this shelf, this shelf, and this shelf are just a part of the decks I'm selling. The sale's been going on for a while, so I have sold a bunch. I still have a bunch left. The problem is that as I go through my different drawers, shelves, whatever, I'm finding more decks. And I've also started listing books. Not many books are up right now, but I'm getting there. So, I want to talk about two decks. These are rarer decks. This one is incredibly rare. It's from 1988, and I got it in somebody else's collection. So, or did I get it? I don't know. I bought it somehow. But it's in a pouch that is just a tapestry pouch, and it's not a great one. I put it in there because it fits the book, and it keeps the cards in. And I like that the cards don't have to get banged up. What's the deck? It's called the Solomon Manual of Divination and Ritual Spells. There are 72 cards. This is by Priscilla Schwei, or Schwei. It's S-C-H-W-E-I. This is the first and I believe only printing from 1988. It's Llewellyn. Back when they were a division of somebody else. I didn't know that. What's really interesting, the book's in fairly good shape. It's, yellow. There are some creases on the spine, but not bad. What I found really interesting is this form in the back. It's a special offer. If you bought this book, you could send them $10 for a general life reading or the answer to 3 major questions. And it's really, really interesting that it was offered this way. I've never seen that in another Llewellyn book. Now I'm going to have to go back through some of my old ones. Now, this deck is different, okay? The deck itself is Solomon's 72 Spirits. Now, you may find the deck or the book, I'm finding a hard time seeing the deck and the book together. But it's expensive. It's close to $1,000 on Amazon. So I'm selling it for a little bit less than that. Why? I want it to go. And two, some of the prices out there are like gouging. They're incredibly obnoxious. Here's the 72nd card, the end of it. And if you look, let me see if I get it up here. See the name here? It's around this sigil, this seal. March 16th through the 20th. That's the last card. Now, why is it March 16th through the 20th? It's because this is set up astrologically. So the first card, which is powers, and it's called invisibility, is March 21st through 22nd, and it's Aries. You can see the astrological glyph here. It's the degrees, what decade is in. It's a really interesting deck. It's said that people have used this for spell working and spell crafting. I guess if you wanted to set somebody up for failure, and I keep turning to this card. I don't know if it's just a natural place in the cards or if it's a message. But that's Thrones. It is, as you can see, Libra. The 20 degrees is 24 degrees. And it's Focalar, and the name again is around the edges. Let me see. F. Keep moving. I can't move backwards. Focalar. So, I believe this has Enochian overtones, angelic, definitely. Let's see. Transmutation. Here's another Thrones. Virtues. Manipulation is a virtue. I don't know how these cards work. Let me just be really clear about that if I haven't been. But it's an interesting deck, and it'll make great. It's a high magic thing, and I'm not a high magic person. There's a great discussion about high magic versus Wiccan magic, and it's basically Wiccan magic is surgery in a kitchen, and high magic is surgery in a sterilized surgical room. So, the other deck I'm going to show you comes in its own special bag. I've taken it out of the bag already. And this is an important thingy. I know, Arwen, it's just a button. Button has history. This is the Tarot of Delphi, or Delphi. And each tarot deck came with its own bag. This one's a 1980s vintage. The button is Art Nouveau from Edwardian area. I can't talk. Era. Now here's the Tarot of Delphi box. When I'm selling you a deck, I want you to see, if I know that there are imperfections, and it's really hard to see, but right there, I don't know if you can see it, but there is like right here a little dent in the deck, in the box. It's a gorgeous deck. It's just not my flavor. It uses created and curated by J.D. Hildegard Hinkle. And she's using art, right? This is a deck that people really love or just don't get into. She is trying to do a second edition from what I read on her website. So definitely go look that up. If you want to wait for the second one, put your name down, hook yourself up with her. Here's her Enchantress of Cups. Yeah, and on the page, I've tried to link to all the books, I think, and to as many of the decks that are of a certain price or above. You know, if there's $75, I think I set at 100 or more is where I started putting in links, just because it's just easier. And you'll see there's a bend on this. That's because it's been in here with this deck. So I am hopeful that y'all, I'm looking at the time, I'm hopeful of a couple things. One, that you'll check the sale out. Two, that you remember I love you. I don't think we hear it enough, so I want you to hear it. I love you. And three, I'm hoping the sound worked on this. I put up the first one, and I said the sound was not good. And then I made, I don't know, half a dozen or more short videos trying to figure out what was wrong with the sound. I never figured it out. It just started working. So, I don't know, gremlins. And if you're feeling flappable and are normally unflappable, something's going on right now, y'all. I don't know what it is. I haven't checked the astrology. I didn't check in with Teresa this morning. The tarot lady does a daily CYA, cover your astrology, and I missed it. So who knows? But I'm Arwen. I have a lot of decks for sale. I hope you'll go check it out, and I hope you'll share it with people. Seek joy, y'all. Pass it on. Where's that red button?